administration has embarked on the initiative to supply children commencing primary schools with laptops.
The first time I saw a computer, it was September 1.
My first computer I used when I was 20 years old, and I was able to set up Google Africa.
The first time I came across a computer, I was 17, and this is actually in a neighbor's house.
So if I got a computer and accessed it when I was 20 years old, imagine what the kids at 7 years old are actually going to be able to do.
As far as child-friendly initiatives go, nothing promises greater gains in our time. The laptop ushers the new beginnings and an enormous birth.
My name is Liz Njoki. I go to Ndurara Primary School. I am in class 2. We are 6 in our family, and I am the second born, and I take care of my brothers and sisters.
Liz, when alianza kutumia hizo laptops, baby, I'm very proud of her. Mambo zingine yeye alionyesha. So naona ako very, yani anajua.
Tukiwa shuleni ni kama tuko familia, na bradhangu ajui kutumia hizo tablets, lakini akifika darasa la 8 atajua kutumia, ama darasa la 2.
From the introduction of these tablets, it is creating curiosity.
Before, the rural areas, those schools in Mashinani, they were disadvantaged compared to the schools in urban areas. Now they're all the same. They've all been given the same opportunity. I know some people have been saying, why don't you first focus on food and on the classrooms and so on. We're not stopping any of those things going on. But we cannot ignore the fact that the world is moving digital, and we must get onto that space. And we must do it equally.
Imagine this. Tanida is 6 years old in Japan. He's dropped to school by a chauffeur, has a smartphone, a tablet, a computer at home, and at school. Jane is 6 years old from rural Kenya. She walks 2 kilometers to school every day, barefoot, gets her only meal at school, and doesn't have much else. But both kids are learning the same thing on similar tablets. 18 years down the road, Tanida is a software engineer, and he reports to Jane. She's the team leader. That's the power of digital learning. It's the great equalizer and prepares every child for success in a digital world. Digital Literacy Program, empowering Kenya's kids one child at a time.
To get the program underway, all school managers will be required to update their capacity to implement a technology-based curriculum.
In 2013, President Uhuru Kenyatta made a promise: laptops for every Standard 1 student. But after the promise, it became clear that the reality of getting every Kenyan child a laptop was going to be a daunting task. It would require a concerted effort by several government agencies working seamlessly to make it a reality.
Kwenye wanafunzi, ningependa kuambia hivi. Jambo la kwanza, mujifunze kuzitumia hizi tarakilishi. Mujifunze kuzitumia. Mkishapata ujuzi wa hivi vifaa, tunataka muzitumie kujifunza. ICT Authority is the lead implementing agency, and we were appointed by His Excellency the President to be the lead implementing agency around about April 2015, so it was really exciting.
For the project to work, the teams had to figure out a sustainable way to get the laptops assembled locally, the content, teacher retraining, electric supply to all schools, laptop delivery to some of the most marginalized rural areas, storage, and security.
Working with the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum, they've put electricity in almost all the schools. I think there's about 500 schools left. You see a lady in her, mud hat with electricity, happy. It's transforming lives, not just on the digital, but even on the physical side. Then, of course, we've got Ministry of Industrialization. They're also involved because we've given work for this project to local institutions. They're creating local assembly, and they're working with Positivo and other vendors that are coming in to be able to grow also our skills of being able to expand this program.
Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology is very happy because this is the first local assembly line in the region of this magnitude.
So I'm excited, and I'm very, I think I feel very privileged to be leading this group of people.
This is a big thing to our children. It will expose them. It will bring equalization in terms of those children in the cities, those children in the villages. And more importantly, our children will compete globally as they grow up. They know what other children in the rest of the world are doing. As they get to be adults, they can even get jobs abroad.
I was a little bit challenged on how to tackle the ICT lessons because I had very basic knowledge. But after training, I've become competent, and now I'm able to work with the laptop without any much difficulties.
It's something new for many teachers in our environment. We plan to ensure that we have trained up to 120,000 teachers by the end of the year. And we will take this not just to the teachers we have selected right now, but we want to make sure that we take this to schools so that the teachers we train become the focal points in their respective schools to begin to induct their colleagues to understand how they would deliver content on the digital platform. By the end of this year, we will have developed a new curriculum so that the teachers who are going into training now will not only do the regular preparation for teaching, but they will also take a whole semester or so focusing on delivering content on a digital platform, so that we don't have to wait until teachers graduate from college, then we take them back again for training to understand how they would deliver content on a digital platform.
I've come to know that these kids have a brain that can pick, standard ones can have a brain that can pick anything. It's just like a sponge. Whatever you do, if it's poison, it will be, well, they will give you poison. But if you put whatever is valuable, these kids will reflect.
But you give these kids this device, they've never seen Windows before, they've never seen a tablet before, and within an hour, they're very proficient and they are able to navigate the device. And the sparkle in their eye, the hunger, the excitement, the joy when they get this particular device, to me, that's the satisfaction I get. It really puts a smile on my face, and it just tells me we're doing the right thing and at the right time.
I grew up and went to a school where learning could only happen when I arrived in class and my teacher was present and he or she was writing on the blackboard and I was writing down what they were writing. As soon as I walked out of the classroom, that was the end of the story. And that is the only circumstance I could hope that learning would happen when I was in class 1, class 2, and class 3. But that's not the case. You have kids who have tablets, the content is there. Long before the teacher arrives, they're already interacting with the content. And the content has been designed in such a way that it's very interactive. The learners can actually study on their own. When a child goes and just presses a key, then a child sees certain exciting things happening within the device. Then it raises their curiosity. It raises their attention. Having a digi-school where they're able to interact with the digital matter while they're in school then spurs and improves or enhances their thinking on how to start dealing with the digital platforms in this century. And I think, therefore, that is extremely critical.
Mamangu anafurahia nikitumia za LDD kwa sababu pia yeye huwa ananiombea nikuwe daktari. Na pia anapenda nitumie za LDD na pia siku yenye chakula chama alisema ataninunulia pia mimi. Naweza kataka kuwa na laptop nyumbani kwa sababu nataka pia nisome vile tunaenda kutumia shuleni.
What's even more interesting is that the parents have now also started taking classes. So some of the parents are taking classes over the weekends. They've said even them, they want to be digital. And they're using the same devices. I mean, this is taxpayers' money and it's managed. And so parents are also learning. Some of them are even asking, can the kids just go up to lunchtime, then as we come in the afternoon? We're going to see a digital nation.
Having this last moment to teach these kids using LDDs is a milestone. I feel there is a goal achieved, and it's my prayer that this is sustained so that every child can be given a chance to unleash his or her potential using different ways to help that child. Anywhere in the world, a child should be given a chance. I'm happy that it has started. It is sickening if it will not continue. Can I stop there? It's the best any parent can give. It's the best thing your president has given you.